Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and I can't find the button and you like it here, I'd love it if you subbed and stayed. Just been watching the snooker, so I'm all chilled out. I hear you, I missed Brooke. I thought I'd clicked it. I don't know what I was thinking in the last bingo game, but it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, would it? So here we have, I've whizzed on because she's got that stupid music at the beginning. Subtle Spring Glam Makeover, all drugstore. New amazing primer, under $8, exclamation mark. Yeah, she's blown her mind that she actually likes something that's cheap. Shall we jump in?
Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today we're going to do this makeup look, which I call a little bit of a toned down, daytime, simple bombshell look with light.
I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. Oh, tell me it's not on there. It is. It's terrible, I can't see. And I know you're all pointing at it, and I'm looking at it and I can't see it. It's ridiculous.
White lashes, brown liner, and just very, very nice, pretty makeup, but not so heavy. This video is in collaboration with Walmart.
Oh, of course it is. Why can't you say Walmart are paying me to do this video? Bamboozling people with, oh, thanks for working with me.
Is having a beauty glow up event. The dates are March 30th through April 21st. They will have it in stores and on their website, and they will be featuring all kinds of new makeup, clean beauty, cruelty-free beauty, all of our favorites, L'Oreal, Revlon, Physicians Formula, and some new ones like Uoma and a few brands like that. That's also going to include goody goody hair accessories, heritage hair accessories, all types of beauty products on sale. Starts tomorrow and it ends April 21st. Let's get started with...
Wow. Lisa, you get up every morning and look at that face of yours and don't think you're cool. Right, she goes from probably not bad makeup, but when you see her face, it's like, you're like me. You're Casper the Friendly Ghost. Why do you think you're olive toned, whatever? I was looking for hair. Is it not on this one? No. Damn it. Okay.
A few brands like that. That's also going to include goody goody hair accessories, heritage hair accessories, all types of beauty products on sale. Starts tomorrow and it ends April 21st. Let's get started with the Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer Liquid. It smooths, it conditions, it refines pores, balances, and prolongs makeup. You guys, I just can't tell you how impressed I am with this. I actually have a backup because I'm so scared that they're going to quit making it. So I'm hoping...
Who gets scared? Actually says that. Like, we all have a favourite something, and you're like, I hope they don't stop making that. But it's like, oh, I need to buy 75 million backups. I'm so scared. It's hardly the end of the world if you don't get your Wet n Wild primer, is it?
Hoping that you will try this, you will love it, and they'll keep on making it. I did have the top break off of this, but it's really not a big deal because I like to shake it up really good because I think that there's probably some type of silica or powders in this formula.
Maybe you should have checked, huh?
And I had someone ask me, where did I fit this in my skincare? Don't think of it as an essence like a skincare essence. Think of it more like a primer. Don't put it in your skincare routine. If you do get it and your lid is not broken off, it comes out really slow like this. What I do is I get some in my hand, a few drops, and I press it into my skin. Especially like around my nose, all of the places that make up usually just disappears when I wear some of these foundations that we're gonna try. Okay, and I think this is an important step. Let it dry down for, I would say, at least a minute. What I usually do is just go brush my teeth or do something like that, because it has to dry and set to your skin. You don't want it just mixing with your foundation, or I don't think you're gonna get the same result. My friend Madison Payne suggested these makeup bags. They are gorgeous. And then I also wanted to share with you the self tanner that I've been using. This is a good one. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it's still around for a reason. It works. Now, does it come off on my sheets? Yes, but it washes right out, and it does not seem to come off on my clothes. So I am really happy with it. It's the Jergens Natural Glow. It's a gradual tan. It's infused with coconut oil, and it's a daily moisturizer.
I've said this before, but nobody answered me. How very dare you? You're going to get detention. I use, every so often, I'll buy a gradual tanner and I'll use it just so I feel a bit better about myself. But I put it on, it works. The next day, I beg your pardon. The next day, I can get a baby wipe and just go, and I've got a clean white stripe down my arm. Is it supposed to do that? Because surely it should leave something, so then, like, you're building on it the next time you put it on. Because what is the point? If you put it on, you wait for it to work and all the rest of it, then you wash your hands and you've got ghostly white hands. And am I doing something wrong? I don't understand. It's like the one I was using on my face. I haven't got any on at the moment, but every time I washed my face of a night, like even with micellar water, it's like it just all comes off, and it seems a total waste of time putting it on if it's just going to wipe straight off. I'm sure I've missed it. I'm sure you're all screaming at me.
Medium to deep. I would get medium to deep. It isn't anything like a true tanner. I'm not really careful with it. To be honest with you, I just apply it like a moisturizer, and I love it. And then really quick, and we'll go on with the makeup, one of my all-time favorite fragrances. I hope that Walmart still carries it. That's where I got mine. This is the J.Lo Miami Glow. It is just one sexy summer scent. I put on one spray, and I was just in the car, and I just found myself wanting to smell it. You know how sometimes you can put on a fragrance, and even if you like it, you get kind of tired of it kind of early. This isn't like that. So don't overdo it, because it is one that is pretty strong and it lasts. So one spray.
I wouldn't take any advice from you about how much perfume to put on, because you're a wuss. All this nonsense
Is all that you need. Has a nice, yeah. I don't even know how to describe this. It's very
You never know how to describe anything. It's like me. Give me a bottle of perfume. It smells nice. What does it smell of? I don't know.
sexy, very summery, not really coconutty, and it's very happy.
I thought she was going to say summertime then.
It like makes you feel like you're in such a happy summer mood, and that you just look beautiful and sexy, and you're ready to just like dance or something. That's how it makes you feel. It's a good one. Okay, I've got a really tough decision here, because I love both of these foundations so much. I mean, I bought the new Laura Mercier, I bought the new KVD, and I have not even worn them because I have been wearing these drugstore foundations. The first one I've told you about, it is the L'Oreal True Match, and I've been mixing N3 with W4. Then I ended up picking up N4, which is neutral, light, medium. We've got all of them in the same family, but this has been my latest love, and it's the L'Oreal True Match Nude with hyaluronic acid, the serum foundation. This is something I never thought I would be able to wear this. Honestly, any of these. If it weren't for this primer, I don't think I would be able to wear these. I don't know which one to put on for you guys. I might do...
For you guys. You're doing it for yourself, Lisa. Stop with the for you nonsense. Her for you is like QVC presenters again. And again. you can get it in the blue. And again, it comes in a small. What? It drives me insane.
One on one side and one on the other. Let me see how that works, and we can always fix it because both shades are so good. Okay, so this is the L'Oreal True Match, and it's in 2 to 3 light. And I do not worry about the drops. I actually just take it on my Eco Tools sponge, and I get some on my sponge like that. Okay, so let's start this over here.
Let's see how far across her head she can move her mouth.
This is a little bit lighter than the other as far as coverage goes. But isn't that pretty? It's just enough to cover my redness, but it's not full coverage at all. It does leave like a little bit of the imperfections, but I think it just gives a gorgeous look, especially when we put on our concealer. So I'm going to use that for that side of the face. I think the N3 light medium is going to be the best color match. Now this one has the pump. I'm going to use one pump here so you can see right from the beginning that is a little bit more coverage. Okay, so here is the serum foundation on this side.
Let's say that looks good. But see, you can't tell, can you? Hang on, I haven't done the thing, have I? Hold up.
And here is one pump of the True Match. Both so pretty and such good shades. I mean, just beautiful. Okay, so now
See, it's hard to tell with filters what colour it is, how good it looks, how well it matches. I'm sure I made this bigger yesterday or the day before or whenever it was. That's just making it smaller. Should we leave it there? Can we get rid of this? Is that going to go? Can you go, please? Damn it. What have I done now? Now let's make it bigger. Oops. Do you know? Oh, how did I make it bigger yesterday? I give up on myself. See, this people don't get. This is fibro fog. You can do something 10 million times and then go to do it again and have no clue how you did what you did. I'm going to leave it like that, but is that going to disappear in a bit?
now let's go on to something else I've been loving, and it is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealers. And the shades I like, and I have to mix them. One is a little bit too dark, one is a little bit too light. So I use the light.
See, this is another reason I say, why mess about with foundations? If you find one that's a good match that you like, why don't you just stick with that? Because then you're forever mixing this with that and 2 pumps of that. And one, I couldn't be arsed with all of that. I mean, I know she makes it a whole to-do when she gets dressed in the morning because she's got nothing else to do. But normal people have to get ready and go.
Light to medium and the medium to tan. I usually start with the medium to tan. Go right in here. I love the wand. And this does have the same butter, bronzer, butter, everything type scent. So if you're sensitive to that, I will go ahead and tell you it does have that. And then I take this lightest one and I just, add a little bit just to mix in there. Then I just take my sponge and it blends beautifully into these foundations. I would say both of these foundations, they're very, very similar. It's just what I said. The serum one, you just have a little tiny bit less coverage. And I am going over my eyelids, and that will be my primer. around my nose. So I'm highlighting the center of my face.
How will that be your primer? Your primer was the Wet n Wild stuff that you put. What is she on about now?
Then around my mouth. And then I usually just, with what's left, go down my jawline like that. Okay, so this powder is very good. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Fair Light 10. I did not like the next one up. The beauty of this is it has that brightening effect, but I will say it can get cakey. This is not one that I like applying with a puff. I really think it's better with a damp sponge, a beauty blender type sponge. So I'm gonna get some in the lid. I'm gonna take my damp sponge, press it in, and then really like knock it off and press it in my hand. And then I'm going to set underneath my eyes. I forgot to do this step in one of my last videos, and boy, I could really see the difference. It's very, very smoothing. It will really help with the under eyes, not seeing that little crevice that we get when we mature. So I'm gonna dip it again, press it off.
What crevice?
And same thing. And then what I'll do is just keep using what I already have on my hand. So I've set all of my concealer, and then I kind of just go wherever else I'm gonna go with my next product. Something I just ordered, one of you told me this was really good, and it is the Physicians Formula Mineral Powder. I have not tried it, but let's just take a look.
Why? You've got your foundation on and your powder. That's supposed to be worn on its own as a This is what she used to do before. Put a liquid foundation and then a powder foundation and then a setting powder and then a bronzer, and that is like, really? And then you talk about cakey.
Today, I love the container. It's got that little deep part, so let's shake some out. Okay, and the shade I got is called Creamy Natural. I'm gonna use my brush that I'm gonna use for everything else, work some in my brush. Let's see what this does. So far, so good. I just go everywhere I would go with my contour and my bronzer. Now, I don't know how much coverage this is going to have on its own, but I think that looks pretty, and it does, you know, put a subtle start to your contour. Okay, look at this thing. Look how used and abused it is. This is one of my all-time favorite products.
Used and abused. Maybe if you just cleaned the lid, it wouldn't look used and abused.
It is the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt, and I only like this particular shade, which is Fair. The reason I like it is, see how neutral that contour color is? And then you have the matte highlight and a shimmer highlight. This is just one of those palettes that I think everyone would love. So the first thing I'm going to do is bounce a little bit into my contour. This is very important. Kind of work it in the brush on your lid. Then lightly start your contour. So I hope you can see that instead of this being a bronzy, bombshell, beach babe type look, it's going to be more of your subdued, everyday girl next door bombshell. Just a little, taken down a few notches.
I'm sure I've missed something by now.
And that's what using this color on its own does. Now, if you still want a little bit of warmth, the butter bronzer will forever be one of my favorites. Get a little bit and just put a little bit like right on your cheeks, maybe a little bit on your forehead. The good thing about this bronzer is it has a good amount of glow, but it doesn't really have shimmer. So I'm just going to put just a little bit. But if you liked it before, just stop at that. I'm just going to wipe off my brush, use the same brush. I'm going to go into this creamy highlight and just a little bit into this shimmery shade. It's not really, really shimmery. And I'm going to do the tops of my cheeks, and I'm doing this before my blush because I think it looks better, especially on mature skin. It just gives your cheeks a little bit of that shimmer, helps them stand out. All we're doing is we're trying to diminish the shadows and then bring out the good and bring out your facial structure. So it's going to be different on everyone, but you understand, you know what you like. Okay, for blush, this is a tough one for me because I think my all-time favorite drugstore blush is Milani Luminoso. But another one I like, if you are into more of a natural and you like the more pinky tones, is this one from Physicians Formula. It is the natural in the glow and mood boosting blush. And I have been wearing this in the past, I would say 3 or 4 videos. So I'm going to use this. So same brush. I'm going to work it in all of those colors. And isn't it pretty? So because this gives a glow on its own, you could just use this and skip that last step with the sculpt. It's up to you, but it's fun to play with it because I don't think you're going to go wrong either way. For the lip color, I would feel bad about using 2 different lip liners, but I'll bet that you all already have these if you watch my videos. So to make the perfect natural full glossy lip look color, I have been using the L'Oreal Color Riche Matte in Mastermind. And you got to do this first. Don't do them the other way. Do this one first. And you could stop here, but I really think it helps if you will go over that lightly with the Maybelline Totally Toffee. And you probably have this too, but if you don't, this is a must-have. I would say this whole lip combo is a must-have. Even if you don't use these products together, you would enjoy all of them. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Moon. There we go. It feels amazing on. This lip combo will last all day. Even when it wears off, it will still look beautiful.
This'll last all day, even when it wears off it'll look beautiful. I thought it wasn't going to wear off. Who else has got a gloss that lasts all day? Glosses don't last all day.
Love it. I mean, I have worn it for just hours and hours, and at first I was taking them with me in case
I keep forgetting her all day is like 3 hours. Yeah.
I needed to touch up, but I haven't. It wears off beautifully. Brows. This is a good one, and I have been using this in my videos. This is the NYX Fill and Fluff in Taupe. Beautiful. It's just a gorgeous product. I had to go grab a mirror so I could get close up and see what I'm doing.
I'm doing a full face of makeup and I haven't got a mirror. Really? Who does that?
And you guys can still see. Isn't that color pretty? Okay, and then it has that really cool kind of like kabuki type brush.
It's not a kabuki brush, you dimwit.
Like the Dior does on the end. So I just brush it through and you can see that it stays, but it does blend. Oh, I love it. Okay, and I just use a clear brow gel over that. Okay, now on to eyeshadows. This palette has been so good. Madison also told me about this. It's the Nudes of New York from Maybelline, and it's just a beautiful palette. This has been just so good. I have enjoyed using this palette so much. Okay, I just get a medium crease brush, and I always start off with this shade over here. It's very just neutral to cool toned, and it is the perfect go right in your crease, start off shadow. So I've been going into this. You'll see it gives like the perfect no makeup shadow. Now I'm going.
Your eyes are always makeup, no makeup. There's only been once that day when she had that glittery thing on from the Mario palette. It looked really pretty. I can never see what she's done. She could spend 3 weeks doing her eyeshadow and I still don't see any difference. It's madness.
Right on that bone. My eyes are already deep set, so I'm not trying to create a crease. I'm not trying to accent the crease. I'm actually trying to recess that bone a little bit, and I'm making my eyes bigger. I have smaller eyes, but yet I have a big space. So in order to do that, I bring my eyeshadow out a little bit further to the end of my
Oh, thank God she's not saying she's got hooded eyes anymore.
brow. I bring it all the way in and up, and then I will take a little bit and I will go underneath on my lower lash line and then meet it up and come out. You could easily stop there.
I think people are really brave putting on makeup online like that. especially mascara, because you pull the stupidest of faces, apart from Lisa moving her mouth around. You know, them gormless faces you pull. Why would you want anyone to see you doing that?
And I'm going to stop there for right now. And today I am going to use some of the Kiss Looks So Natural lightweight and comfortable lashes. So as you can see, they're very light. The band is very light. I believe it's clear. And this is, I think, a very beginner friendly lash. So what I'm going to do is pull these off, and I'm going to show you how to put lashes on and them not look so severe. So what I have to do first is measure my eyes. I like my lashes to start right about here. I don't like them to go all the way in because my eyes are so round that if I try to get a lash to go in there, it pops up. And I really don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to start it about right here. I could cut one of these in half, but for this video, I'm just going to use a little bit more to show you. Okay, so I just cut off just about that much. I don't know if you can even see it. I'm gonna go ahead and put my duo glue out. I don't like to put it directly on the lashes because I like a really thin line. So I always just put it on something, and because it's got that latex in it, it will roll right off. So take a Q-tip or the end of a brush, and we're going to coat it on these lashes. Then I'm going to do the easiest wing liner you can do. Now, if you don't care for wing liner, just skip the wing, but you can do this step that I'm going to do. I like wing liner even if I'm not going for the winged liner look, because it lifts my eyes and it helps them look bigger. So that's just something, you know, that you have to decide whether you like or not.
I've never even tried to do a wing liner. How many of you out there do a wing liner? And do you do like a big one like she does, or like just a little flick at the side? I've watched Tara. Tara does like a really weird wing thing because she's got hooded eyes. So to combat the fact that she's got hooded eyes and to make it look like she's got a wing, she has to do hers all weird. It's like, that's why it annoyed me, because she kept saying, I've got hooded eyes. You haven't got hooded eyes. You might have had hooded eyes before you had your eyes done, but you don't now. Some people have to jump through all sorts of hoops to put a wing on and make it look like a wing.
This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pencil in brown denim, and I'm going to start on the
Is there such a thing as brown denim?
outer and come in. And my goal is, see how my eyes turn down? My goal is to keep it kind of straight. That way it's going to lift my eye and make it easy to do my wing in just a minute. So
doesn't everybody's eye do that?
Make sure you get all the way down into the lash line. Now I'm going to use the L'Oreal Super Slim in brown to do the wing. See how this has a long felt tip? It makes it really easy. So lay it on its side, come down to meet that liner and drag it over. And then you can try to get them even. Do not stress too much about that. And a lot of times I do take this and go right at the lash line just to make your eyes stand out. There are people you probably see on TV and in pictures that you think they have no makeup on, but they've actually done things like that just to make their eyes stand out and look pretty. Okay, so part of having your lashes look very, very natural, aside from using a very light lash, is sometimes you might want to put them on before you do your mascara. That way you can get them right down into your lashes. You don't see the band as much, so I'm going right down. Matter of fact, let me get my mirror out here. I'm not gonna, use these and lift them or anything. I'm gonna put them right down into my lashes. You'll feel them kind of hit, and I even sometimes will squeeze them into the lashes. Now when you do it this way, I would not try to take them off at night and try to use them again, because they're going to be like stuck in your lashes, and I don't want you to pull your own lashes out. Whereas when I use mine, like the Kiss Jubilee, and I use them over mascara, because they're not really stuck down into my lashes, I can pull them right off. But these lashes are inexpensive, and it's good to look down into the mirror.
See, she's saying that now so we can't click cheap on the bingo. You're doing it deliberate, I know you are.
Come right on top set it down, put it right into your lash line. And because we need these,
it must be so much fun having good eyesight. I can't do anything without my glasses. And it's like, I take them off to put skincare on, and then I can't see how to put the lid back on the bottle, and then I can't find my glasses, put my glasses back on to see what I'm doing to get the next. It's a nightmare. I got cheap lashes from AliExpress or eBay or somewhere years ago, just to try. Right at the very beginning when I started, but I still haven't got. It's like, yeah, no. I haven't stuck up my nose or something.
To be stuck, set, and glued down before we start putting mascara on. Let those sit for a few minutes. While we're waiting on that, we're going to do a little bit more eyeshadow. Not a lot, because I don't think we need a lot more. But I'm going to take that same brush, wipe it off, and I'm going to go a little bit into this warmer tone right here. And I'm going to put a little bit of that on that end. Like that. You can see that just warmed it up some and gave it a little bit more oomph. So now it's starting to look like you have a little bit of eyeshadow on. Then sometimes I take this creamy color mixed with a little bit of this shimmery color, and I might go a little bit into the inner corner like that. But these are all optional steps. You could have just stopped with that first step. I have used this darker shade over the liner. We'll do a little bit of that. It just will make the lash line a little hazier. Now let's use my favorite mascara, the Bambi Oversized Eye. But I do really like, if you are into more clean beauty, this is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean. Okay, so you just go underneath. All you're wanting to do is color these lashes. Just had one pop up, which happens, so I'm going to get a little bit of glue, put it down there, and put these back down. Okay, now let's hope for the best with the next eye. And maybe do a few little strokes on the lashes if you want them to show up more. So that is your false lashes, but not as extreme. And because they are all the way down to your lash line, you don't have to use black eyeliner. You can go with brown. You could have even done a shadow liner. It's just a little bit more of a natural look, especially when you use such a natural lash. This one just has such a natural look, length, and the lash band. Okay, you guys, so that is the look. I hope you liked it. I really think that you would love all of these products. Like I said, I've been using them for weeks now, and I've been just so impressed.
Ooh, whole weeks.
I have not even missed my higher end products. I have had you all in mind, all of you that wanted a little bit lighter coverage, you wanted a little bit lighter eyeshadow, you wanted lighter lashes, but you still want to feel like a bombshell, and I think you should. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you to Walmart for sponsoring this video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
See, she never says sponsored until the last poxy second. And 9 out of 10 people have clicked off by then. I'm sure she probably said on something like that at some point. But I don't think she said any of the others. So, no bingo today. Thank you very much if you stuck with me till the end, and I'll catch you in the next one.